Hello everyone, Ramadi here from Boomfish TCG, bringing you a gameplay video. On the top of your screen, you have DRK playing Abyss Bats, and on the bottom you have USA Smells playing Puppet Forest. USA Smells going first here, playing the Spirit Shine to get a couple fairies out. Do not be deceived, this is a puppet deck. Those will be used for combo extensions later. We have DRK quickly dropping down a green Raven, which will gain 1 life when a bat comes in. Archer will help ping off some of those bats. DRK, understanding the value of the Archer in this matchup, immediately removing it with the Whispers to ensure no value, and swinging in for 1 damage. Applying a bit of pressure early, but not much so that any player should be too worried. A risky move here with USA Smells playing the Lily is going to fail to find the Lily Surge and hope to be able to evolve it next turn, but no Evo this turn, does not have the play points for it. Is going to play a Junk, preparing for future turns here, and then passing over with that Raven still on the board. The bat's going to get pushed up. 1 life will be gained from DRK. And we'll see here a bit of thinking going on, as we'll see a blue Raven come down, sacking the bat that was just played before removing the Lily, taking advantage of the fact that Evo was not played and being able to just keep up with the tempo here, swinging in for another damage, gotten the value off the green Raven, so no need to worry about it staking around. We'll see here, Junk is going to go into the blue Raven. It's going to remove it. And we have a few cards. It seems to be a Nature's Guidance and a Paula in hand. So we're going to have, Paula, thinking about it right now, but Paula's going to come down. And we're likely going to see a front side Evo here to go find some spells, as not too much pressure, no need to go into backside just yet. You also need the combo for the backside strike. So we're going to take some look here for spells, and looks like we just barely found substitution there at the end. So we'll grab the substitution in the hand. That will allow us to bounce a card later in the game and put a puppet in the back. We will rush into the green Raven, clearing the board, and then guidance the Paula back, being able to use the backside later for a 1-turn kill combo potentially with Noah if it's set up properly. So very dangerous card to know that is back there, just to know that backside Paula is around. Vampiric Fortress, it looks like it's 2 Summon Bloodkins and the old Vania, the 2-cost Vania to grab from there. DRK thinking, do you want to go for the Summon Bloodkin to get more bats? Chooses the bottom both of them and grab the Vania. A nice good pop off and board stabilizing card. Just being able to provide a huge threat, coming down as a 2-mana 6/6. This here is a proxy for the new Vania. The set is still new, so none of us had our cards at the time, or we were missing a few of them in the case of here. DRK is evolving into the small Vania, so it's going to draw and discard. Bats will be free, and he's going to gain a life every time a bat is played. So we're going to see the draw, the discard here, discarding another copy of the new Vania. So that's 2 of them gone now. But with a Vania in the bin, we can, if DRK here can manage to put a 5th puppet card in there, he can play Gifts of Bloodkin for free here and draw a card off it in addition to the 2 bats that come down. So it's perfectly set up for that card. He just needs 1 more in there because the card will be in resolution when it's played. Rushes into the junk there with the Vania. The only USA Smells to set up for a potential Orchis later is going to just pass. We're going to substitute the Vania, sending it back to the hand. The Evo is going to go away. That is going to deny the 5 vampire cards. The fairy is going to come out. That is now combo 3 there with the substitution. So this Sukuna will evolve and rush in for 3 damage, keeping a lot of the cards in the back here from USA Smells to ensure that he'll be able to combo out with a potential Sukuna later or an Anastasia if he plays the card. All right, a bit of thinking here, and it looks like we're going to go right back in the Vania here. Only 4 vampires in the bin, so we're going to have to evolve once again into the small Vania. This is the 2nd Evo, and we've seen that 2nd copy still there in the cemetery here. So a draw, we got 1 card to think about discarding. We do see that Gifts in the hand. We see a Whispers, I believe, in the hand there. The looks like the King is going to come down in the bin. That's 5 vampires now, so should have maximum value here from our gifts. Can also, we'll just have to crack the fortress to get there. We're going to crack the fortress real quickly. Going to summon a bat, which will gain DRK another life, and is going to run the bat here into the Sukuna. It's a strange play because you can rush with the Vania, but the goal here is to set up for a future turn. He doesn't want to swing face with it, and he doesn't want to provide any suspicions by not swinging. So he's running this in. It still is a bit of a red flag, but he's likely trying to set up for some buffs here with the Precious Bloodfangs in the future, or maybe even a Last Daylight. There we see the rush from the Vania, clearing the Sukuna. And with it on 1 health, the fairy can easily trade in. He's going to pass turn here. We have USA Smells is going to run fairy into the Vania, which will clear that off the board, which is a lot of damage here. Only really fearing 2. It's going to push up all 4 tokens, play the Sukuna down, and Evo the Sukuna here, going into making it a 5/5, and it's going to swing in for some good damage here, applying a lot of pressure, a card that DRK here is going to have to answer, or if not, just win the game outright. And we see, there it is, that Precious Bloodfangs I mentioned earlier. It was coming down, and here it is. Gonna buff all those bats to 2, effectively doubling his damage on board, going from 4 damage to 8. And I think we saw another copy. If that's another copy of Precious Bloodfangs in his hand, that's 12 damage this turn. That's a lot of damage. And yep, DRK was setting up for that double Precious Bloodfangs turn. There's you can't win the game this turn. Only has 2 play points left to be able to do anything. So Last Daylights and Precious Bloodfangs, either of them would only end up being 16. Not quite enough, but this does put USA Smells at 6 life. That's very crucial, as that puts him in range of Big Vania. Now, does DRK have the 3rd Big Vania? We don't know. 2 of them in the bin, 2 Evos have been used. It's not likely we're going to have that 3rd one, and we haven't seen it added. We know he has got the old one, the Little Vania, but that's just a 6. If that were to come down right now, it'd just be a vanilla 6/6 with not really much else to go with it. And we're going to see those puppets run in, answering one of those bats. You can deal with another one with the Sukuna if he wants to. His life is a little low. Trisha's a little bit of damage face, an interesting choice here, but we'll have to see what his plan is for the rest of this. He's going to play the Paula. Paula's going to come down and is likely going into backside Evo here. Yes, it is. We have not played any cards yet, but it's going to push that his own puppet back into the X. So here we have combo 2, but with his Y is going to turn that puppet into a Victoria and play the Victoria token to go up to combo 3 with the Paula and use the Paula and the Victoria to trade the board. And still attack 5 damage face. Draw a card with the Victoria. Cannot give it protection this turn. Has already used his Evo. Also out of play points anyways. Well, not out, has 1 left. Gonna play Spirit Shine. Combo 4. Wasn't needed to go combo 4, but just setting up for future turns with the Spirit Shine there with the puppets in the back. And here we're likely going to see some trading happen. Yep, the strike is going to remove 1, swing into the other, and the Victoria is going to swing into the other, clearing the board. Not giving DRK too much to work with. Really needs that big Vania. Whispers is going to come down onto that onto the Sukuna. So he did have a plan to deal with the Sukuna later. So that's why he did not play the little Vania as a 6/6. Oh, and we see the new Vania come down, the big one. And it's going to go into the big Evo here, which is 6 damage storm. The rest of the text is pretty much irrelevant. With USA Smells being tapped out, there's nothing there. We've got another game here for round 4. And here we have round 4 here. We have Killy W playing Rose Queen Abyss, the 2-cost variant. And we have USA Smells here again on his Puppet Forest. And Killy's gonna pass on turn 1 as traditional with that deck with no 1-drops in it. Can't really do much. And as I see, USA is gonna play a quick junk down, getting those puppets set up for a future turn. You're thinking about it, he's got the Tsukiyomi, but that's all it really is. So it can rush in for nothing. He's got a few other cards. I can't quite make them out as to what they are at the moment. He's pondering and chooses to pass. So I guess 2-drops that aren't worth playing at the moment. That's all right. The junk's going to come in for 1 damage. Might as well. It's already done its job with its fanfare. And the Sukuna is going to come down pretty early, a little risky here, but is going to push in for 2 damage just very quickly with the Storm. No combo, so it's a risky play to play your Sukuna early, but sometimes it's the only play you've got, and you've got to push it. We're going to see the Dublame come down. It's going to mill 1, and immediately Achilles going to Evo the Dublame into the, it was 1 Evo, but it's going to clear the board here, dealing 2 damage to the Sukuna, and then rushing into the junk to only take 1 damage, minimize that damage taking, and passing the turn from there. Going here 3 play points with an Evo point on the side of USA Smells is going to go into Orchis, Evo into the front side here, getting 2 puppets. Those puppets are going to likely rush in to the Dublame, which they do. We can just see the little 2 flash there of his hand, and is going to put a Lloyd in the X for the first one that died. A little shortcutting there, but the players understood what was happening, so all is good. Now we see a Vania in his hands. Oh, is just going to play the Purgation's Blade to remove the Orchis to stop his play. It looks like I did see an Arbiter there, so something that could potentially be set up for later. Very, very powerful card, allows Abyss to refill their hand. We're going to see Zwei come in, transform one of those puppets into a Victoria, and it's just going to bounce it back to his hand and draw a card. He needs that Zwei for maybe later, maybe trying to get the Evo off for later, since he can't Evo it now, and there's no need to, or he could Evo it, but there's no need to. So he'll likely use it at a later point for that. We're going to see the Vuelo come down. It's going to spin the top card. It ends up just being a Whispers. He's just going to hold the Whispers. He can't play it right now, but it is a possibility for later. Lily's going to come down, check top 2, failed to find as per tradition. That is not why we play that card, was to find. It is not a consistency piece, but it's just going to Evo straight away and send the Vuelo to the bottom of the deck. High value card needs to go immediately, or it's just too much value for Achilles. The Flower Doll is going to come in, put another puppet onto the field, and can't Evo it this turn, so is likely just going to pass from here. Nothing to rush, nothing to play. Could push up potentially the Lloyd if he wants to, if he's feeling risky, or draw a card with the Victoria. But I think both of those plays are not the best line. And personally, I'd be passing here. It looks like he does. We're going to see the Tsukiyomi spell come down. It is Tsukiyomi or Amaterasu. He's going to find Amaterasu, play her down. We know he's got a Tsukiyomi in his hand, and I believe maybe we saw the second Amaterasu. It'd be quite a play if we did. He has been showing his camera cards occasionally to the camera. There it is. We can see, yep, 2 Amaterasus and a Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyomi can't rush on anything, not having a sail. But we'll see the wards come down, going to gain 4 life from that, 2 from each of them, 1 for just being engaged, and another 1 from Tsukiyomi being on the field, which is a lot of life to gain, especially on a 2-3 ward. Zwei is going to come down and is going to turn one of those puppets into a Victoria. Now can use the Victoria with its protection effect if he wants to. There's a few other options maybe here, pushing the puppets, swinging with the Lily, and then using the Evo and the Flower Doll to clear the 2 wards. Should it choose to just run the Flower Doll in without Evoing? Likely wants to save his Elo. Gonna also run the Lily in, which is an interesting line. It's gonna Evo the Zwei and just remove it that way. Choosing to not take advantage of the protection effect. And yes, it's just gonna pass turn. So there's no intention of actually playing the Victoria this turn. Is probably setting up for some kind of Noah turn. Noah would be 15 damage here on its own, which would be a good amount of damage that can come down. And here we're going to have Arbiter come in. It's going to miss on the first. We're going to need 4 hits in a row to be able to clear this Y. 1, 2, 3, and 4 hits. Lands all 4 hits there. And it's going to be able to now Evo salvage 3 2-cost cards. It's going to set up for a Rose Queen turn, which can do a lot of damage here to USA Smells. If he doesn't apply some pressure and apply it fast, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. We did say that Noah is 15, but a lot of that life can be regained with a Rose Queen. So it's definitely going to be a little risky. We're going to see Kiss of Lust there, Demonium Punk Devil, and I didn't catch the first card there that was going to be added, but we're going to see, oh, there it is. There's the Noah. We did expect the Noah to come down. He's only going to make 1 puppet because the EX is so full. It's going to push up all the 0 costs for free, not EVOing the Noah, interestingly enough, and swings. There we have 15, no, sorry, not for 15, 13 damage coming in. Those Victorias for fun. Oh, and the Paula is going to do it here. Evoing the Paula into the backside is going to push the 2 Victorias back, play the 2 Victorias, draw 2 more cards. They both still have Storm from Noah. They regained Storm correction, and they have 5 attack again. So he's just going to swing phase and scoop him up right there. A great 1-turn kill there, doing 23 damage in a single turn. All right, that's it for these gameplay videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you guys next time.